Welcome, guys, to John's Football Channel. This is your preview to Chelsea versus Burnley. And also, we got some following up some news on that has just broken through. Chelsea's football club today has announced a multi-year global partnership with IFS, the world's leading provider of industrial AI. As part of the community, IFS will be elevated to a principal partner with immediate effect, featuring on our front of shirts for the remainder of the season, making this the beginning of a long-term collaboration that places advanced AI at the heart of football performance, operational excellence, and fan engagement. Guys, this is um, it can be tricky. I think there's a lot of people that are on both sides of the spectrum, considering is it a good deal for us? Is this a good thing? I think we can only do right now is just wait and let it marinate, and let's see actually what transpires from this breaking news. Basically, we have some people that are saying that it's a good thing, with money coming in for the club, one less thing to worry about in terms of breaking FSP and all of these other things, and able giving us an opportunity to actually maybe buy players without actually selling. It can give us a chance depending on how much money they're going to give us for being on the front of the shirt sponsor. If they're not going to be giving us anything and they just sponsor because we've had known that clearly and them have talks. We know that they've been together for some time before they actually come into the football spectrum together. So if they're just giving this on the shirt sponsor because there is no one else and you're not actually getting any benefit in terms of money, then that I suppose then we have to say, okay, what the hell are they doing here? Because like Yunus has mentioned in his video, that um the other clubs have sponsors in the Premier League, where it has to consider about um us as football clubs providing some service and exposure to the brands that we wear. Um, and if we don't give them that kind of exposure, we're not actually helping them. And in the return, they would want to help us in terms of revenue in order for us to move forward with them. Like we're seeing having a problem with Spurs. Spurs is having a problems now because they're not doing well in the league. They're losing sponsors as well. So in that sense, yes, it's a good thing that we don't have to worry about losing them because they're not an actual betting company or a consumer based thing where they want um, they want us to be at the top. They want us fighting for every competition. So what we have heard from this news today is that they basically are going to be here for the next 3 years. They're going to be on our t-shirts for the remainder of the season. And I think the question needs to be, hence why I said we need to wait for it to marinate. I think if if they're going to be on our shirt sponsor just for this season, I think we need to wait to see who we get next. Whoever we get next will determine where the football club and the owners, where do they lie? Where are they willing to go against the fans? Are they actually willing to actually fight? We definitely need someone very high up competing with the owners and saying, listen, we got standards here. We are Chelsea. We need to be winning the league. We need to be competing for the Champions League and all of these things in order for us to have some form of rivalry, basically. Because like Spurs, we do not want to become like Spurs. Spurs, we know is going to be relegated if they don't improve their form, if they don't get wins, and if other teams around them start doing well, they will get relegated. And that's not what our teams and what we as fans of the Premier League want to see. So let's take in this note. I think we need to wait and see what transpires after the season with the sponsor, and see who do they get next. Do they get someone else that doesn't means nothing? Do they get someone who is not in a need to see results come through? Do they, like we know about the IFS, they are a company that are involved themselves around other companies. They don't necessarily worry about customers and consumers actually buying their brand. It's more like other businesses. So they have no influence and have no need to say, hey, listen, I want to be, we need to to finish in the top four or win the Champions League or get really good in the FA Cup or in all the other competitions because their brand does not get exposed like the other clubs sponsors do. So, guys, that is the news for today. It's very big news that has come through. But let's look at our preview to Chelsea versus Burnley. Going into this game, we also have more news after Liam Rosenior's um, press conference. Chelsea cruise to an FA Cup fifth round with a dominant victory over Hull City. Also, we all know that Pedro Neto has scored a hat trick in the game, so it's good form that he's gonna be in going into this game. And we all know that we're playing Wrexham in the next game. Deadpool's owner. So it's nice to see that we're actually playing someone of that magnitude in terms of the movie spectrum. And then Romeo Lavia is nearing to return to full fitness after missing more than 3 months of injury. I would love to see Lavia back. Lavia is a very key player to the way we play. I think he's a combo and he's a person that does two jobs. He's like a Casero and an Enzo at the same time. He knows how to pick a ball and he knows how to defend as well. I think we've been very unlucky not to have him in our team for so long. Hopefully, when he comes back, we're able to. I would say I would like to protect him like we were being protecting Rich James. But I also would hope that after him being out for so long, that we don't necessarily need to protect him. Hopefully, he's able to get over what he's been having, hammering at him with in his. I believe he's been having what has he been having? One of like hamstring or other knee problems or something. But anyway, whatever's been actually keeping him out, hopefully it's past him now, and he's able to fully focus on helping us achieve certain results this season, for the remainder of the season anyway, and going into next season. So that is a good note. Nice to see that he's actually returning, and hopefully stays in the team. Lynn Rosino also has confirmed that Cole Palmer, Reece James is fully face to first Burnley this Saturday, although Cucurella is still out with a hamstring injury. Uh, we did expect this. We did expect Cole Palmer and Reece James to be back after these, especially after these 4 days where Lehman Rossini has given them some time off. Um, I think also this thing of giving them place of, I understand where it comes from in terms of giving them time to rest. I completely agree with it, but I think giving them 4 days straight, I think your body can actually break down a lot quicker. I mean, you playing every day, you're training, you exercising, you stretch your muscles, and then for you to completely become a couch potato, it cannot happen. When they talk about rest, it needs to be also with them knowing that when they need to do some form of activity, even in different intervals of the day, that keeps their bodies in a tip-top shape, as well as ensuring that the body does not lose that muscle memory in a sense for those 4 days. Although it is short, but I think can you imagine you doing nothing for the next 4 days, and then you're going to training the next day? You're not going to be anywhere near your level to train. It will at least take you the fifth day or even the sixth day in order for you to actually fully come back to what you were doing. And I think that can actually cause problems, knowing that got big teams playing coming up, and I think it can also cause injuries. Imagine for you to start at first gear and then speed up to six. You don't. It doesn't work like that. You have to progress slowly, first, second, third, and fourth, and so on. So that is it is a question: was Liam Rosenior good and right in allowing them to take 4 days off straight? I think it just depends how and was it done correctly. Surely the players themselves know what is needed and what is required of them, and hopefully they were able to follow the right steps and processes in order to ensure that they do not get any more injuries in the team and they keep themselves fit for the remainder of the season. So now let's take a look at our starting lineup, and even Burnley's starting lineup. How will they come against us? Let's have a look. Going into this game, let's start with Burnley. They have Anthony, who just want to be one of their best players for them on the left wing, and then they have Flemings as a striker, Edwards as the right wing. Flemings and Edwards, I don't hear much about. I assume that they decent players for the Premier League. They're not obviously not the best because if they were, clubs would have bought them by now, or they would actually the team would be doing a lot more better than they actually are. Then you have Humphreys. I think Humphreys has been one of the also another top player for them. I think Humphreys has been doing quite well. Then we have Hannibal, and we have another Chelsea player in this Burnley team, Lazy Ukuchuku. Be interesting to see if he plays against us. Does he actually start? And to see how well he does against his former teammates. It would be a question whether we do buy him back sometime in the coming years, or is it someone where we don't actually consider playing and we don't actually feel that he was good enough to be in our team and to stay there, hence why we let him go. And then we have Carl Walker as the right wing back, which would be quite interesting to see also as well, considering which side and who we play on our left. Does Pedro Neto start on the left? Does he give him a problem? Does Kyle Walker have what it takes in order to keep up with the Premier League and with the players that they have, and even with our Chelsea players? Will Kyle Walker be one of those players that become a hindrance to our team? Does he become one of the players that stop us from scoring tomorrow, or actually today? And then I think their centre backs are overall really okay. Not much you can say about them. So yeah, I think those certain players, Anthony, Humphreys, and Walker, and Lesi Ukuchuku, will be interesting players to have a look out and see how they come into the game. Do they start? And what processes are they gonna follow in order to try to stop us? Let's take a look at our team. We're obviously gonna have Hato as our left back. Sanchez is in goal. I heard that we also have Jorgensen back on the bench, so that's good to see. At least he's actually back now to give cover to Sanchez in case Sanchez gets injured. Touch Radera. Let me not jinx Sanchez getting injured. And then Fofana and Trevor Chalobah as our centre backs. Reece James, it would be nice to see Reece James start this game. But I think it also be a question, does he start? I mean, we know that Anthony, for again with Burnley, we know that he has some pace in him. Yes, I do rate Reece James in terms of defensive contributions. The only problem where I don't rate Reece James anymore is his pace. I feel like if we're gonna play Reece James, it definitely has to be a wing, a five defense basically. We play with wing backs today. I think we can play Reece James as an actual right back against Anthony. Anthony would pass him. So I think you will probably play. I think Santos or Caicedo will not start. I think maybe Santos will not start for us, and it will be Reece James and Caicedo as our CDMs. And then I think there's another question now going into the midfield. Does Esteval start? I'm not sure. We have, I think we have three wingers: Nacho, Garnacho, and Estevao. I don't know if Liam Rossini would want to actually play one less winger, which wouldn't necessarily make sense, and so we actually lose another. But we could understand that maybe he plays one less winger to protect the other one because we do not want to go two wingers down because we all know that Gittins is currently injured. So it would be a question: do we play Enzo like we've been playing him towards the left hand side, the left hand wing, um, and able to play him there, or do we actually play Pedro Neto there and then Estafa on the right? Let me know down below what you guys think. How would you actually do it? Where would you play Estevao? Would you play him? Would you play Pedro Neto instead of Estevao? And would you play Neto instead of Enzo? Let me down below. And then I think we obviously need to go with Palmer as our 10. He's been doing well lately. And then João Pedro, let's give João Pedro some more time to actually keep doing what he's been doing, keep getting goal contributions, and hopefully he gets another goal today against Burnley. Let me down below. Do you guys think who do you think will be one of the players to score for us? Would it be João Pedro? Do you guys think it will be maybe Palmer? Do you think maybe it will be Neto? Let me know down below who do you think will be the first player to score for our team against Burnley. Do you think we will score? Do you think we will win? Let me know down below what you guys even think about those score predictions for this game. I think we should. I'm gonna go with for this game. I think I'm gonna go with the 3-1. I do think we can score. I think somehow they get a goal in the bag. Um, it can be either the first goal that somehow they shock us and then we shock them back basically and get three goals against them, or it can be a game where we score the first two, they come in the second half, they score one, and then we kill them at the end to get 3-1, and then we take 3 points back with us and able to go a step closer to the Champions League top four. We will be in the Champions League top four once we play our game. I think it obviously depends on the results around us, but if let's quickly have a look. I think we're all playing around very the same time. Let me quickly just check. So going into this game, oh, it's not. So Man City play at 10 o'clock, which has nothing to do with us. Yeah, so Arsenal plays against Spurs tomorrow. Man United against Everton on Monday. So yes, we will definitely have a chance to get into the top four because Liverpool play tomorrow. They play after us. And Man United also play after us. So therefore, we will be in the top four. I think it will be a question as to how close we will be close to Aston Villa. Aston Villa will be playing Leeds. Let me down below where do you think we will stand at the end of this round of the game week 27 after Liverpool and Man United play? Do you see Aston Villa dropping points as well going into their game? We can only hope they do. They're currently on 50 points. We're on 44. If we get our win, we'll be on 48. And if they lose, they remain on 50. We'll be 2 points behind them. So let me know down below. How do you see the game going? How do you see the Premier League weekend going as well? Does it go in our favor? Does it go against us? Let me know down below. And then we also have interesting news as to our current form. We Chelsea have dropped more points from winning positions at home than any other team this season. That's kind of shocking, and that has to stop. Cole Palmer has been involved in 14 involvements in the Premier League in the last 12 matches, starts against promoted sides. So that was good to hear, to see that Palmer is actually smells blood when it comes to these types of games. And then Chelsea has scored 12 goals in the last 5 games. So that averages around nearly 1 to 2 goals a game. So that's good from us. We just need to keep the conceding down a bit lower, that we're able to get good results and actually get 3 points. Burnley haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 23 matches away in the Premier League. That's actually a good thing for us. But those types of stats tend to go around us. I mean, 23 games and then they play Chelsea and then they actually keep a clean sheet. That's what tends to happen. We tend to be charity FC when it comes to these stats. When teams and players haven't had much luck lately, they'll end up doing it against us. I don't know why. And then Burnley have the worst expected goal difference in the league as at minus 29. It's a lot of goals to concede. Let me know down below. How do you see this game going? How do you see the weekend going? This is my preview. Uh, Check you guys later for the post review after everything's been done. And then we will analyze how the game week has went and how everything has unfolded in the Premier League. Peace.